Hey, what's up guys? Happy Friday. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for returning to the channel, and if you are new, thank you for checking out my videos. So, keeping with good, positive momentum, there have been several reports coming out during the week and since the release of Zack Snyder's Justice League on hard copy. Here's another one from IGN. Zack Snyder's Justice League was the best-selling DVD and Blu-ray in the United States last week, bumping The Conjuring: The Devil Made Me Do It from its top spot. So there have been some other outlets, media outlets, reporting about the success of the home release. Well, it was released for home release in other parts of the world before, but as far as the United States, and I can't remember where else, that it was released on September 9th. I can't remember where else it was released, but there's been a lot of positive reports about how it is doing as far as sales and, you know, being in top spots and all of that. So let's look at another one really quick. This was another report that came out, breaking news: Zack Snyder's Justice League dominates disc sales. I guess that's not really breaking news, because I think all of us that have been a supporter of the Snyder Cut, or, you know, no matter how early or late in the game you became a supporter, I think we're not surprised, you know, that it is doing well. And it is, I mean, it was doing well before it was even released. You know what I mean? Us fans knew it was going to be a success before we even saw the movie. So then also on Amazon, when the home release was released as pre-order, pre-sale, there were already indications on Amazon that it was going to be, you know, it was already kind of like #1 in pre-orders and different things like that. I think that I don't remember if that was just, I think that might have been the Steelbook. But whatever the case was, it didn't take long after it was released for home release, I think in the UK, for it to be, and when it was available, when the Steelbook became available for pre-order, just, you know, in the States as well, it has stayed in the top bestsellers on Amazon. And if you look now, it's still #1. This is the 4K Ultra HD. #1 spot. If you go down to number 10 is also the, what does that say? Oh, the Blu-ray disc is number 10. And then outside of the top 10, but still in the top 20 or even top 15 if you want to narrow it down to that, just the regular DVD is also in the top, and it's, you know, listed on Amazon bestsellers page. And then, you know, of course, under new releases, it's the first one listed there. And I like this one too, most wished for. It's also #1 there. So, or not #1, but it's listed right there, and it's the first picture, the first movie that they show in this little, you know, group of, you know, top 3. I don't know if it's top 3, but it's under most wished for. Let's click on it and see if they have a ranking. It is #1. Okay. The 4K #1 under, and #6, the Blu-ray, under most wished for. So, you know, just goes to, hey, that's pretty cool. #12 is the Injustice. Oh, and there it is, #13, the trilogy pack, for, you know, Zack Snyder's Justice League trilogy. So, I mean, it's not surprising. It is exactly what, you know, we all knew, like I said, as Snyder fans, exactly what we knew would come true, or how it would, you know, what would happen if they released it at all, you know, on digital, which is not available for digital purchase. But no matter how they decided to release it, whether it was just going to be HBO Max, home release, digital, whatever, we knew that it would dominate one way or the other. And it's not surprising. It was a hit on HBO Max, no matter how much, you know, Warner Brothers, Warner Media, no matter how much they wanted to try to, you know, sugarcoat it, or not even sugarcoat it, just completely not even put anything out there about it, about its success on HBO Max. We know that just by them not saying anything that it was a success, because if it had been a failure, they would have been shouting that from the rooftops as soon as it was released, right? So, but, you know, with home releases and hard copies, and things like Amazon and all of these ways that we have to purchase things online. And, you know, you can't really hide that as much as you can a streaming service, like streaming service data or views or watches or, you know, subscriptions. It's easier to smudge those kind of things, which with sales, you can kind of do the same thing to an extent, I guess, but, you know, not as much because it's people buying it. It's not the same thing as going and watching it on a streaming service or, you know, hey, proving that, you know, these people subscribed for this movie. That's harder to kind of like put in, you know, in plain black and white. People could say, oh, they didn't just, you know, how can you prove that these people subscribed to HBO Max for Zack Snyder's Justice League, which is a fair argument, but it's hard to say that people aren't buying it, you know? So I'm so happy for Zack. I'm so happy for everyone involved in the movie, the cast, the crew, anyone who had, you know, everybody, Christopher Nolan, Deborah Snyder, everybody who played a role, all of us fans, not just the people who were around from day one, in the release of Snyder Cut movement, but people who, just anybody on like Twitter, social media, who said, you know what, I don't even really know anything about the DC Cinematic Universe. I've never seen Man of Steel, I've never seen BVS, but I'm watching Zack Snyder's Justice League. I'm decided to watch it because they've seen so much about it. It's been talked about. It finally came out. People know this doesn't happen in entertainment and movie and filmmaking. I'm gonna watch it. People, I love, some of my favorite like tweets about the Snyder Cut are, you know, whether people are verified, have a check mark or not, but especially when they do, because it means they have like a significant audience. But anybody, just random tweets saying, first time you know, whether they saw the theatrical version or not, I watched Zack Snyder's Justice League. I don't know much about this universe, but this needs to continue. It was amazing. It was great. I loved it. You know, just things like that. I love seeing that because once the movie came, for such a long time, for all those years, it was mostly just like intimate fandom, you know, hardcore fans. And then it started growing, and then it became, you know, Subway or, you know, Fruit of the Loom, Hanes, like things like that, brands, you know, with worldwide presence, celebrities and other people in Hollywood or filmmaking deciding to support this. And then when it came out, it was like so far beyond that, just people that enjoy watching movies or anything in general. And, you know, going back and watching BVS for the first time, watching Man of Steel for the first time. And that's so cool to see that. And this movie was already old by the time it really came out. You know, it was supposed to be, originally in 2017 and filmed even before that. So it's just awesome to see the impact that this movie has had. And I still can't believe that I have a hard copy in my living room. You know what I mean? It's just as surreal as, you know, buying it and seeing it on the shelf was just as surreal as seeing it, as playing it on the TV and watching it at home. You know, so it's just awesome. And so I know it's going to keep doing well. And if you haven't got yours yet, order it, buy it at whatever store might have it around you. But, you know, I'm so happy for Zack and for everyone who just has supported this one way or another. So thank you guys for watching. Check out the links in the description. You can also check out my channel for any videos you might have missed. And so thank you guys for watching. Have yourselves a good weekend. We'll see you next time.